It's another Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all men out there. Today, I just wanted to have a chat with the man. Whether you're going through life, whether you are in a healthy place, whether you are raising children or you have children that are looking up to you as a father, or you may not even have an idea if these children are even mirroring you by you being an inspiration to them in any form or way. As a man, the role of a father is very, very vital. And having that foundation in your own life is critical to being able to help your children to develop the same foundation and build healthy for themselves. If you haven't had a father in your life, you can still make that difference in your own life by becoming the father that you wish you did have, so that you can be fathers to the children and the younger ones that look up to you as a father. And being able to do that is part of empowering yourself and developing yourself to become the man that you have always wanted to look up to. But in your own place, you're looking up to your maker, the creator, to give you the strength and the resiliency to build on that so that you can leave a legacy for those coming behind. Why am I doing this, you may ask? We have a lot of broken men in our society, and our society is not one that really encourages healing. As we live in times when our society is more dysfunctional and more damaged than ever before. And to be able to camouflage things and not really talk about these things will be to continue to spread the hurt, the pain, the trauma around into households that transmits societal trauma into generational trauma. And we don't really need that in our own lives. We need to become healthy so that the younger ones coming behind can also build healthy. If you haven't had a father in your life, or you may have had some presence of a father, but who later exited in your life, I want you to please pay attention to this and really look at it. What are those things that make you angry when you think about that absentee father or never been their father in your life? You see, reality is that anger is a teacher. Anger is an awakening to the trauma that we may have experienced, and it teaches us to really look at the things that we will no longer tolerate in our own lives and make a change when we think positive and decide to shift from the negative atmosphere into where we're becoming ourselves, our true selves that we were really meant to be and created to become in life's journey. So as you look at everything that may be upsetting you this day, in terms of a father not being there, in terms of a father who may have left, in terms of a father you may not know, I want you to really sit about it. What were those things that you really wanted in that father figure that wasn't there? Remember that the father figure that wasn't there is also human, who may not have known or understood how to process his emotions and may not have connected with his true self. So he's not able to really birth anything into your own life because he's still struggling on his own. And that's okay. But the goal is to learn from those things that brought you the anger. What was it that triggered you to move into the pain and absorb the pain, then you shifting into the healing process? Everything you will have to write down as I'm speaking, begin to journal those things down. Everything you're writing down is what is going to help you become the father that you need in your own life. And it's really reparenting yourself and really setting core values for yourself and looking at your life from a different perspective to say, you know what? I need to get out of this space of pain. I need to get into a space where I begin to shift my thinking into examining those things that trigger me to become angry, to become bitter, to become stay stable in a place of pain, than really evolving into who I'm really created to be. As I'm looking at those things, as you're looking at those things, let them become the focal point of your shifting into the new arena that you need to move into. Everything that angers or triggers us is an awakening for us to gain a conscious awareness of where we are stuck in, and to begin to make a shift by writing down affirmations that we will use to change those things. And if you've never had a father there, or you've had a partially absent father, it is time to begin to examine those things and say to yourself, I will not become that man. I will make a change in respect to myself, in honor of myself. And as I make that change, I will learn to forgive that man who did not know better. And I can also begin to help him see the difference I am making in my life, so that the pain he's also carrying, he can heal from, and we can break the generational patterns and cycles and not pass it down to the generations to come. And as you begin to do that, you begin to see life from a different perspective. You begin to see that everything that you thought you did not like were the things that were teaching you to build on yourself. And as you build on yourself, you will be able to build better for other children. And for those who may have had their fathers there, what is it that you did not like that you saw that you will not repeat in your own life? And what is it that you saw, and you know what core values that you can instill in your children and impart them with that knowledge so that they can go with it. And I'm not talking about the artificial things. I'm not talking about the materialistic things here, because those will fade away. I'm talking about core values that can help those children later on. Things like resiliency. How are they able to look at you and say, my father was resilient? That's a core value that they can hold on to. Integrity. How are they able to look at your life and say, my father was a person of integrity, so I've inherited this integrity core value in my own life? How are they able to look at you and how you treat the women in your life in terms of respect, in terms of love, not necessarily just women, everybody that you meet? How are they able to take those core values that they see in you and begin to utilize those as a foundation for their lives? You see, you may think, oh, I came from a healthy home and I'm not really distorted or damaged or anything, but we've all been damaged in a form by the society as well. If you did not come with the generational one, you would have inherited the cultural and the societal one. And it's able to look back and say, in this moment, I am going to choose to be the father that I've never had. I'm going to choose to be the role model for the generation to come that they can look up to. I'm able to break cycles and patterns in this moment to really begin to see how to move. You see, life is a journey. But if we get stuck in a phase in our journey, we will not be able to shift into the next phase of the journey, because we'll be living in the past and the past no longer exists. And so as a father today, if you've been hurt in the past, take a pause. Write down those things you learned from those experiences, because experiences are life's teachers. And as you write them down, make a commitment to yourself today to become accountable, to become responsible, to become the owner of every journey in life that you have been through, because they're all going to contribute to your discovery and evolving as you go on in life, as long as God is still granting you breath and life. If you've never had a father figure, I want you to look up to God today as the father figure that you can see showering you every day with the love and affection and attention and the life that you're living, because He's still giving you an opportunity to make a change and to change your story for the better, not for the bitter. And as you do, take a pause and ask yourself, why am I holding on to things that are no longer serving me? Things that I cannot control. Things that if I do not shed will weigh me down and really make me sink my own self, result in self-sabotage. You don't need that. What you need is to rise up, to keep your head above the waters, and to keep pushing through, to keep striving, because every day you strive, you're like the plant that was a seed that was planted and is now trying to get up to the soil and begin to bloom through its leaves and its seeds and everything else above the ground, while you're still grounding your root in the soul and allowing yourself to hold strongly to your faith and allow God to be the rock that you need to carry you through. You see, healing is very beautiful when we embrace it, but without healing yourself, you may carry on pain that does not serve you, or you're not even needing your own space. You may hurt more people without realizing that you're hurting more people. But it is time to take a pause from all that. And it is time to begin to look at your life. Whether you're in your 30s, your 20s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, the age doesn't matter. What matters is that you still have an opportunity to make a change and change your story and to change the father figure that you are so that you can leave a legacy for those coming behind. Look within and ask yourself, what are the core values that my children can see, including the unborn ones? What is it that I can leave them that is not material, but that would help them create a solid foundation for their own lives and also pass on to the generations to come? You see, we sometimes focus so much on the material wealth that we don't even take anywhere with us when we leave. What we need to focus on is the impact that we would have. How can somebody look at you and say, this man here has made a huge difference in my life by the knowledge and the wisdom he's imparted on me, and by the life I see him live. And also, I am going to carry on as a legacy. On this Father's Day, take up that challenge and begin to heal yourself. Do the work within yourself. Understand that everything that you're going through will bring glory to God and will bring blessings to you when you and choose to take ownership of your life and choose to heal yourself and choose to become accountable and responsible for your journey and choose to build on those core values and set life goals and vision that will be the lead points for your life, than to look at other people's lives, because they only were a source for bringing us to life, and to learn everything that we will not repeat, or anything that we will not tolerate, or anything that we will not accept as we go on in our own journey. Once again, I wish you happy Father's Day, and continue to do the work and evolve to become the best version of yourself while you're still living and breathing. Take good care. God bless. Bye-bye.